हेलो फ्रेंड्स, नमस्ते। अच्छा, आज मैं आपको एक छोटी सी कहानी सुनाने जा रहा हूँ। अच्छा, ये कहानी कोई मेरी अपनी नहीं है। अभी हाल ही में एक दो महीना पहले गूगल के जो सीईओ है सुंदर पिचाई, जो इंडियन है, आ, उन्होंने एक छोटी सी मोटिवेटिंग कहानी सुनाई थी। एक छोटी सी स्टोरी, मोटिवेटिंग। उन्होंने तो कुछ सेकंड्स में इसको बयान कर दिया था। शायद मैं थोड़ा सा इसे लंबा खींच दूं, तो मैं इसमें कुछ ऐड करना चाहता हूं। अच्छा, उन्होंने ये स्टोरी जो सुनाई थी वो इस तरह की है। वो ये कहते हैं कि हम सभी लोग हमारे लाइफ में हम जो भी काम कर रहे हैं, तो हमारी जो स्टोरी है वो कुछ एक जगलर की तरह है। हम सभी लोगों की एक स्टोरी एक जगलर की तरह है। वो जगलर के हाथ में कुछ 5 बॉल्स है और वो 5 बॉलों को उछाल रहा है। और जगलर का काम क्या होता है कि वो जो बॉल्स है उसको इस तरह से उछालता है कि वो नीचे ना गिरे, इसलिए तो उसे हम जगलर कहते हैं। और वे कहते हैं कि हमको रियलाइज होता है, मतलब इट डजंट टेक मच टाइम टू रियलाइज कि उसमें से एक जो बॉल है वो रबर का है और बाकी के जो 4 बॉल्स है वो कांच के हैं। एंड दैट डजंट टेक मच टाइम फॉर अस टू रियलाइज इन आवर लाइफ। अच्छा, फिर वो कहते हैं ये 5 बॉल्स क्या है। एक बॉल तो है वर्क, ठीक, और फिर दूसरा बॉल है फैमिली, तीसरा बॉल है फ्रेंड्स, और चौथा बॉल है आपका अपना हेल्थ, और पांचवा बॉल है आपका सोल। नंबरिंग से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। तो बाकी के 4 बॉल तो है कि हमारी फैमिली, हमारे फ्रेंड्स, हमारी अपनी हेल्थ, फैमिली की हेल्थ, फ्रेंड्स की हेल्थ, हेल्थ मतलब, और पांचवा बॉल है वो है सोल। और जो पहला बॉल है वो है वर्क, जो हमको ब्रेड एंड बटर देता है, जो हमको शेल्टर देता है, जो हमको घर देता है, जो हमारी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ को एनहांस करता है। अच्छा, ये इसलिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, इनकी खुद की कहानी लीजिए। अब अगर से सुंदर पिचाई जी को ही यदि हम लेते हैं, तो ये वर्ल्ड के वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट कंपनी के सीईओ है। इनकी सैलरी जानते हैं अब एनुअल कितनी होगी? ये तो मेरे ख्याल से 2020 या 22 का 2020 का डेटा है। तो इनकी सैलरी करीब है 20 लाख यूएस डॉलर्स पर एनम। आप अंदाजा लगाइए। सो ये सीईओ इज लाइक एन एंटरप्रेन्योर। तो उसकी सोच एक एंटरप्रेन्योर की तरह ही होनी चाहिए ऑब्वियसली, नहीं तो उस जगह पे वो कैसे टिकेगा, वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को ग्रोथ कैसे देगा। सो वी ऑल नो द स्टोरी ऑफ गूगल। सो we also know the story of Sundar Pichai, that how he grown from a small person, unknown person, to a global CEO। तो वो ये कहते हैं कि ये 5 बॉल्स जो है हमारी लाइफ एक जगलर की तरह है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो आवर लाइफ एज ए जगलर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। वाई? क्योंकि हम ये क्या कर रहे हैं, ये 5 बॉल्स को मैनिपुलेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं हमारे लाइफ में। फिर हमें जब पता लगता है कि एक जो बॉल है भाई वो तो रबर का है, तो वो गिर जाएगा तो फिर से उठ जाएगा, और वो बॉल है वर्क का। तो जो वर्क का बॉल है वो अगर से नीचे भी गिर जाता है तो इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। हम दूसरा जॉब ढूंढ सकते हैं, हमारी स्किल की एनहांसमेंट कर सकते हैं, दूसरे एम्प्लॉयर को ढूंढ सकते हैं। सो द बॉल विच वी आर इक्वेटिंग विथ वर्क, इफ दैट फॉल्स इट डजंट मैटर मच, हम फिर से उठ सकते हैं। लेकिन बाकी के जो 4 बॉल्स है, हमारी फैमिली है, हमारी हेल्थ है, हमारे फ्रेंड्स है, और हमारा जो भीतर का जो सेंटर है जिसे हम सोल कहते हैं, आवर ओन स्पिरिट विद इन, आवर सेंटर, द सेंटर ऑफ आवर बीइंग, द सेंटर ऑफ ईच वंस बीइंग, ये 4 गिर जाते तो कैसे होगा? तो हम अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं कि हेल्थ गिर जाए, हम अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं कि हमारे फ्रेंडशिप टूट जाए, हाँ, हमारी फैमिली की जो रिलेशंस है वो टूट जाए, और हम ये अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, कैन वी अफोर्ड दैट द बॉल कॉल्ड आवर सोल, कैन वी अफोर्ड टू ड्रॉप इट? जस्ट इमेजिन. सो एक सीईओ तो है, वो एक पिरामिड में ग्रो कर रहा है, सो वी कैन ग्रो इनटू द पिरामिड, इनटू दैट कॉर्पोरेट. Professionally we can grow, but we cannot afford to fall from that top. We cannot afford to drop our soul, right? तो हमारी जो प्रोफेशनल लाइफ है वो क्या है, एक पिरामिड की तरह है. तो एक कॉर्पोरेट है, वो कॉर्पोरेट एक पिरामिड की तरह है, और उसमें हम वी आर जर्निंग टू द टॉप. सीईओ, सीएक्सओ, we all are growing from the bottom of the pyramid to the top of the pyramid. तो यहाँ पर हमको हेल्प क्या कर रहा है? What are the foundations when we grow? अच्छा, this growth into that pyramid, please understand minutely, this growth is like हमारे जो कोई कंपनी का शेयर या स्टॉक का जो ग्राफ होता है स्टॉक मार्केट में, करीब करीब ये जर्नी उसी तरह की है. जब ग्राफ बढ़ता है ऊपर, वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप बढ़ता है, लेकिन जब नीचे गिरता है वो धड़ाक से नीचे गिरता है, वो लिफ्ट की तरह नीचे आ जाता है. तो हमारी जो लाइफ है प्रोफेशनल या पर्सनल, वो करीब करीब इसी तरह की है. इट टेक्स लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू ग्रो अप. To grow upward the journey, it takes efforts, it is adventurous, it is strenuous. So we adopt so many strategies to go to the top, but we also take care that we do not fall from the top, because when it falls, it comes down like a lift, like how it happens in the stock price, how it goes up and come down. It goes slowly towards the top, but it comes down very fast towards the ground. Like the lift comes down to the ground. So we need to be very careful. So in this journey called from the bottom of the pyramid to the top of the pyramid. तो यहाँ पर हमको क्या skills help कर रहे हैं? देखिए, undoubtedly, without any question, at the very first is what we call the technical skill. आपका जो भी डोमेन है, फाइनेंस का हो, टेक्नोलॉजी का हो, सप्लाई चेन का हो, किसी का भी हो, कंप्यूटर साइंस का हो, इंजीनियरिंग का हो, दैट इज द वेरी बेसिक व्हेन इट कम्स टू ग्रोइंग अप in that ecosystem, whatever that company, that corporate. So our technical skills is the very basic. There is no second thought in that. Then what is the next skill that we require to grow with our technical skills? Now we are backed up with our technical skills. There is no second thought on that. The second is our social skills. See, nowadays it is all MNCs, right? So we are all working in so many social, I mean the corporate culture, if you take into, it is of people coming from various social backgrounds. So the physical geography has become very compact because the technology has brought us together. So in a company, people from all cultures are coming together to work at one place in the workplace. So when it comes to the social skills, what is very important is that how we are connected with all these people, right? With your colleagues, with your seniors, with your bosses, with your customers, with your clients, with your suppliers. So we cannot afford to make our internal customers unhappy, and we also cannot afford to make our external customers unhappy. Then what is the essential thing? What is it that is helping us? What is helping us is this social skills. And from where this social skill is coming? See, the motor neurons are helping us to evolve in our technical skills, right? But what about the social skills and spiritual skills? Spiritual skills means what we are saying is the my center and your center is not different. So the center of all the people who are working or connected with that organization, internal customers or external customers, the center is not different. Just like how all computers in the world are connected with an invisible thread of internet, but they are all connected. In the same way, we as human beings are all connected with the invisible thread passing through our centers called the soul. So where from this social skill or spiritual skill is coming? Now this is where that neuroscience has given us those insights. See, the Vedas and Upanishads have already given us those insights. But today, whatever that is being said in the Vedas and Upanishads is now being backed up by neuroscience. See, this guy who is sitting here called the brain, this guy is so small, so tiny, it is just 100-pound jelly-like substance, right? But in that 100-pound jelly-like substance, there are 100 plus billion neurons. And all these neurons are interconnected, just like how we all are interconnected on the social platforms, how we are all interconnected in a corporate structure, how we are all interconnected in the whole world or in a family or among friends. So in the same way, these 100 plus billion neurons are interconnected and they are sharing information with each other. And do you know what? Every neuron makes a connection to at least some 1,000 to 10,000 other neurons. And do you know how these all neurons are connected? They form a structure called fractal structure. Fractal structure is similar to the structure of our blood veins, the structure of our galaxies, like that. So these all neurons are connected with that fractal structure and they are making at least 1,000 to 10,000 connections. One neuron is making at least 1,000 to 10,000 connections among those 100 plus billion neurons. And if somebody has made even this calculation, when we go into the permutations and combinations of these connections, do you know how much, when we calculate, when we reckon, do you know how much that number comes to? That number comes to more than the particles in the whole visible universe. So that connection, that permutation and combination of our neurons comes to more than the known particles in the visible universe. Now I would like to recall what the Vedas have told us, what the Upanishads have told us. Aham Brahmasmi. You are that Brahman. Now just think on the basis of these neural networks, on the basis of these neural connections, and the same neurons are there in other people, your colleagues, your friends. And do you know the other insight? That motor neurons, which are there in the frontal cortex of our brain, they are responsible for our technical skills. Fine. But what about the social skills and spiritual skills? So there are other subsets of the motor neurons called the mirror neurons or empathy neurons. And Dr. Ramachandran, who is a world-renowned neuroscientist, and I have always recommend that he should have got a Nobel Prize by now, but I do not know how the Nobel Committee works on it. But it is my wish. Long back I have said that he deserves a Nobel Prize. And when it comes to his praise, do you know Richard Dawkins, who is a world-renowned evolutionary biologist, he says Dr. Ramachandran is like, he's a Marco Polo of neuroscience. So he brought a lot of insights when it comes to the functioning of our brain, right? That small brain, this small guy sitting over here, just 2.5 pound belly-like substance, jelly-like substance containing 100 plus billion neurons is doing all these mysteries around us. Whatever the discoveries that we are making every day. So it comes to the empathy thing, empathy, right? So it is empathy and shared sensitivity and shared vision. So when you are going up the pyramid, when you are walking up the pyramid to the very top, let's say CEO or CXO, you cannot afford to disconnect yourself with all these around you, your customers, your colleagues in the whole corporate structure, your consultants, your advisors, your suppliers. So this whole network of corporates, we cannot afford to disconnect ourselves with anyone. And suppose, let's say, if the customers are unhappy, let's say if the suppliers are unhappy, do you know what is the biggest cause? The biggest cause is the same thing. There is no connection. There is no conversation. There is no empathy. We are not trying to understand their problem. We are not trying to solve their problems. Then how the organization will grow? So coming back to this empathy thing, shared sensitivity and shared vision, and the same thing, it comes to the other connections, our connections in our family, our connections with our friends, our connection with colleagues, and finally, eventually, our own connection with our true self called the soul. That is our divine connection. That is the ultimate thing to happen, which we are saying Advait. From there is coming, what is coming is your peace and your bliss. So at one end we have this pyramid, so which I am saying that it is our professional life. So one can grow to that level. You have something called employment, you have something called first you have what is called education, then you have something called employment. You can grow to become a CEO. Sundar Pichai is a very good example. There are many other world-renowned CEOs like that. Then from there, if you can move to what is called entrepreneurship. So the so-called unicorns, startups, and then what I'm saying, from there you can still move to something called enlightenment. So entrepreneurship to enlightenment. So when it comes to this personal thing, so I'm saying there are two things. One is our professional journey. We have to grow and we have to take charge of our technical skills, social skills, and spiritual skills. So when it comes to our personal thing, personal grooming, when it comes to our health, when it comes to our family, when it comes to our friends, and finally when it comes to our soul, here, see what the Vedas and Upanishads are saying here that life, that inner life, that is not like a pyramid. It is like a circle within circles. So it is like layers within layers. Here in the inner journey, there is nothing like a pyramid. And your so-called soul is at the very center, just like the center of a circle. Everything gets centered there. It is like a nucleus when it comes to your whole being. So there, what we have, first on the outermost layer is our physical being. This is our physical quotient. So gym will help you, yoga will help you, pranayama will help you, or any other health related you can take help of. It can be jogging, it can be gym, it can be swimming, It can be yoga, it can be pranayama, it can be just walking, if you are fond of just walking. So that comes to our health. That is the physical quotient of our being. Now coming to the next layer, a subtle layer called the intellectual being. Let me go a little fine. So the second layer is our intellectual being. What we are talking about, our thoughts. So we have to purify our thoughts. We cannot harm anybody by our thoughts. Can you harm your customers? Can you harm your colleague? Can you harm somebody in your family? Can you harm your friend by using harsh words? Can you just throw any words like that from your mouth? Can we afford to do that? So that comes to our intellectual quotient. The second layer is our intellectual layer. The third layer below that is what is called the emotional layer. The emotional quotient comes to our heart. All our connections have to be heart-to-heart connections. So the other, no matter you do what, the other person comes to know from your behavior. No matter whatever language you use. See, you may be using a very sophisticated language, you may be talking in English, but then the person comes to know from your behavior. Are you just talking at an intellectual layer, at an intellectual level, or are you really talking at an emotional layer, at an emotional level where there is a heart-to-heart connection? Right? If nobody, your wife will come to know, your better half will come to know, or your girlfriend will come to know of it. Or your brother will come to know of it, your sister will come to know of it. If nobody, your father, your mother will come to know of it. That you are not speaking from your heart, you are just speaking from your mind, and there is no empathy. There is no feeling. Right? And then there is this last layer called the soul. That is our center. That is where we all have to reach. That is where the Upanishads are saying, Aham Brahmasmi. That soul is sitting in each one of us. That is something like the center of gravity of everything. It is like the center of our being. If we all are like a circle, and from the circle when we are moving from physical layer to, let us say, intellectual layer and then to emotional layer, finally we are coming to our own center called our soul. So this is how we all are connected from our center. And it is not that we all are connected through our center, we all are also connected to the divine center. Just like these computers are connected with the server, no. Can a computer work without a server? So somehow all these devices are joined together. The front end is somehow connected with the back end, no. So in the same way, though that invisible thread is going through and passing through all of us, through our centers called the soul, it is also connected with the cosmic soul. It is also connected with our divine center. It is also connected with what is I am calling Paramatman. You call it whatever. You say Paramatman, you call Ishvara, whatever. So this is what I was talking to you. So there are two journeys and there is no conflict. So one is a professional journey, and in that professional journey, on the path of professional journey, we have to attain to what is called professional mastery. And when it comes to our personal journey, we have to grow, work very hard, and attain to what I am calling, there I was calling it professional mastery. This will give us personal mastery. Finally, I want to end it. So there you are becoming the CEO of a corporate, CEO of a country, CEO of a corporation, CEO of a global corporation. So you are executing things. You are the chief executive officer of that organization, right? And we all talked about it. So when it comes to your personal journey and personal mastery, where you need to have some kind of hobby, right? It can be playing on guitar, it can be writing a poem, it can be dance, it can be cooking in the kitchen, it can be anything that goes with your heart. That comes to your personal journey. We all need to have some kind of hobby to keep us grow in our personal journey. And one more thing that is very essential is that dhyana is what I'm calling mindfulness. Without mindfulness, we cannot grow in empathy, in shared sensitivity, and in shared vision. So if we have to connect ourselves with the divine center, just like how computers are connected with the servers, what is really needed is this mindfulness. So there comes another CEO, which I am saying, Chief Enlightening Officer of your own being. So that is another organization. This whole organ is also an organization, and it is connected with billions of other organs, people outside of you. And you cannot make meaningful connections unless you become the chief enlightening officer of your whole being. And what is really needed there is right mindfulness. So thank you so much. I just wanted to stretch on the story shared by this very motivating story shared by Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google. I thought of just enhancing it. I just thought of stretching it. I tried to add some value to it. See, I'm a supply chain guy. I don't add cost. I have the art of adding value to anything. So I'm expecting that I have really added some value to this story. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much. And in the end, I would just like to say, Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya. Namaste.